how much pop culture knowledge I know.
So she thinks you have pop culture knowledge because of that shirt?
No, not the shirt. It was something else. The shirt was set. Good evening, all you minties. Omar will not be dancing to NSYNC's Bye 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 because we've already had one video demonetized.
Do you know the dance?
Something ridiculous with the hands and
I know,
this,
and then
you pop around a lot, and you give all your money to a big guy who passed away in 2016. And then
he deserved that. Oh, never mind.
Whoa, hey, we're reviewing Deadpool and Wolverine, not Larry. What was his name? I can't even remember. William McFarlane. Yes, we are going to be talking about spoilers, so please, please, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. Do yourself a favor and watch it. Keep away from the internet. Don't even come. I mean, hit that like
nothing.
Though.
Don't visit Wesley Snipes' thing.
His house. Don't visit Wesley Snipes' house. He'll do your taxes for you.
Yeah. Fun fact: I do know the entire Dance of the Bye Bye Bye, and I did it for a talent show that my old team like way back when pre-Linden had a little talent show, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do the Bye 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 dance, and that's what I did.
That is a fun fact. If I already
so I was very excited.
Ready. Did Omar cry? There was one line that I sniffed a little bit, and I was like, that's beautifully put. Thank you.
Wait, was it this slide? I've got it. It was this slide.
He's gonna give me the audit.
It's funny. I can gently tap the fourth wall too. The proposal. The fuck was that? Bitch, you think that?
What does that mean? Exactly. Did you and James and every other monster in the chat give Ryan Reynolds money to put that in there so I'm forced to watch the stupid?
Yes, I'm so excited about that. That was amazing.
It's like, what? So we are going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, and what we thought about it with a quick breakdown, and then talking about all the Easter eggs and all the interesting things, and whether it made sense or not, whether it was a good movie or not, and all that. Yeah. And what's up, Phil? Phil is always joining us and never sees it. I don't think, Phil, what's the last year that you saw a movie? What's the last year?
Really?
1990. I'm going to say 1996 was the last.
He said this to us before. He has told us.
No, but to the movie theater, I think. But what's the last good year of movies for you, brother?
Titanic.
There's no way in hell Phil wants the Titanic. It doesn't get better than this. X-23 scenes definitely made me tear up. There was a couple of scenes that I thought, Hugh Jackman has a lot of range.
Oh, Roberto's coming in.
When does Roberto never come in?
It's true. He came with the holiday.
In the cinema, Batman Begins. Oh, I was wrong. That was about 10 years later. What's it? 2005? 2000. Well, look at you, Phil.
2005 or 6, yeah.
Colored me surprised, my friend. What made you say that's it? I don't ever want to go back to the theaters.
Oh, Kane. I went to Box Lunch yesterday. And they had a ton of Wolverine and Deadpool jerseys. Like you could get the shirt, the t-shirt that has the best friends necklaces on the shirt. And I kind of
got all snooty.
The pure snooty because I was like, well, this shirt is from Japan. So here we go.
Yeah, because we are not going to be heard. Is that better, Amanda? Can you hear us?
Japan.
I can hear you guys better. Yeah, that's for sure.
I wish you had said something before we went live.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. I didn't think it was awful, but
okay. Well, thank you. I cannot wait for this. Has restored my faith in the comic book movie, so I'm really anticipating Venom: The Last Dance, Kraven the Hunter, and Madam Web 2. It was that
two birds with one stone.
Madam Web 2. This movie should not exist. I'm surprised Madam Web was not in this movie. Okay, so really quick, Amanda. Previously on Deadpool, what has happened? What happened in Deadpool in this movie? Give me the overall quick synopsis.
In this movie or
Yeah, sure, in
before
this movie. You don't need to
this
say
movie
what.
started? All right. So for those of you who have not seen Deadpool 2 or need a refresher, as you remember, at the end of Deadpool 2, Cable had given Deadpool his little time, traveling device, and it was broken, right? Because Cable's like, he had used his one last chance on Deadpool to save his life. And he's like, I know my family's safe. I don't need to go back in time. But here it is. And then in the end credits, teenage Negasonic Warhead and Yukia, what's her name?
Yukio.
Yeah,
Who was
Yukio,
also
her
in
girlfriend.
Wolverine, but a different version of her.
Oh, she was?
Mhm.
Cool.
So they fix it. And so in the end credits scene for Deadpool, or maybe it was mid credits, I don't remember, he decides to go fix some timelines, which includes killing a version of Ryan Reynolds who's looking at the Green Lantern script, killing the version of Deadpool that has no mouth, etc. So he has this time device. So that's kind of what starts Deadpool and Wolverine. He is using the device he wants to become a hero, a proper hero. He wants to do good for people because he believes that's what Vanessa wants him to do. And obviously Vanessa, he is able to save her. She is back from, she's not dead anymore. That was another thing that he did when he turned back time.
Wait, fun fact. Sorry, I was waiting for a chance to, but there wasn't a chance. Ryan Reynolds has not watched The Green Lantern with his family.
How did you know this?
Because I watched the video Amanda said.
You watched the video she sent.
Yeah, he's taking a lie detector
I do
test.
every video Amanda sends.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, James also knows because James sent me the same video. I said, I know, I saw. Well, I think we have the same YouTube algorithm, James.
Yes.
Anyways, so in the beginning of the film, essentially, Deadpool uses that time device to go to Earth 616. Which is, I guess, the sacred timeline now, and that is the MCU timeline. And he is hanging out at Avengers Compound with Happy Hogan, trying to be a part of the Avengers.
It's important to note that it's not his Earth, though.
It's not his Earth, yes.
6 that he is visiting to go and become an Avenger, because apparently this little ticky-talkie device that Cable left him also lets him travel through space and time, so going to other dimensions. Yeah. It was never established, but we read comic books. We're smart people. We don't need everything explained to us. It's comic book science. Sure, you can travel to different universes. So, well, I mean, it did show that, though, at the end of Deadpool 2, that he was going to the DCU, which apparently is part of some kind of universe, and the Wolverine universe where that Deadpool showed up. So,
yeah. So basically, he's asking Happy if he can have a place in the Avengers, and Happy pretty much tells him no, that he cannot have a place. So what we see is 6 years later. So we are at our current timeline, and he's back at Earth 1005, I think is what their Earth number is. And he is now a car salesman with Peter, trying to sell a family a Kia Carnival, which, as someone who just bought a minivan, I wouldn't have gone with that, but that's fine. And and a lot of things have happened to Deadpool. So within the 6 years, he and Vanessa are no longer together. He's going through a birthday, and he's still friends with everyone he's always been friends with. He's still living with Blind Al. And that's kind of
sleeping in the same bed with Blind Al.
Sleeping in the same, well, when he's not with Vanessa, I mean.
Whoa, no, that's not what he meant. He said sleeping in the same bed.
I know. But wasn't he like living with Vanessa before?
He was. If only Peter doesn't. Peter James has always said that he's not a fan of movies or the TV shows. So it surprised me that he loved X-Men 97 as much as he did. So I don't know how he would. I don't know if he would like Deadpool or not. We never talked about Deadpool. We never really talk about movies.
Movies made me read the comics
because he's never been a fan. But yeah, and I think it's wonderful that movies are helping people go and read comics, which is, to me, the whole point of these things. Do go on, Amanda.
Yeah. So basically, they are having a birthday party for Wade, and in the middle of the birthday party, the TVA.
Hold on a second. Vanessa dumped him because of reasons. Okay, Melanie.
No, we figured it out. All
right, go ahead, Amanda.
We'll talk about that, Roberto, about the motives and reasons behind things that happen. Because I agree with you. There's lacking some meat behind that. Anyways, yes. So the TVA, comes to Wade and says, you need to come with us right away. And so he goes into the TVA where he meets Paradox, played by Matthew McFadden, and being
a new character to the TVA, because this character was never in Loki seasons 1 or 2.
Yeah, exactly. The B-115, Hunter B-15, she does make an appearance, which is amazing. So so basically Paradox tells Wolverine or Deadpool that their anchor for their world has died, which is Logan, because I guess that's all the same universe. And so
Deadpool thought it was him. He thought he was
right. And so their timeline is slowly dying, and he was bringing Deadpool in to help him. This is also motives where I'm not really quite sure why.
Why would they bring Deadpool in?
Yeah, that's also
such a wild card.
Yes, I was like, I really
whatever
what this is going for. And he's trying to speed the process up with his Time Ripper. Well, Deadpool is not a big fan of this because it means all of his people he loves.
The MacGuffin. I love that he called it the MacGuffin. He was like, what in the MacGuffin is that? Because this movie knows exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That doesn't make sense. Hey, come help us. By the way, we're going to destroy your universe.
No, your planet. Yeah, or destroy your timeline.
I think, it's natural that he cares.
Of course. So he was like, no, this isn't a good idea. So he decides to he's like, I'm just going to resurrect that Logan. So he goes and finds his corpse. And that's where you're at the beginning of the scene, which I have the clip of the intro to the movie. But you see him dancing to Bye 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 while he uses the remains of Logan to kill a bunch of TVA agents, because he unearths him and realizes, oh, there's no coming back. He's dead. He is like, no, just bones at this point. And so after he kills,
when you said that Rob what's his name? Rob
McElhaney?
Yeah. Was he a soldier
in
the fight, or was he one out in the hallway?
Oh, I don't know. Which he
did you say soldier?
Yeah, though he did say
I think he was wearing the helmet. You couldn't even see.
Well, yeah, I didn't see anybody that looked like him. Okay.
It's weird that they credited him, but not the new guy that's not Kevin Nash playing the Russian.
Yeah.
Like, who also didn't have any lines, but obviously stood out. Because we were trying to find who played him. And so it was not Kevin Nash that played the Russian.
Yeah, but I think
another actor.
Rob did post that his scene was cut, so he may not have been any of those.
Oh, okay.
But
he still got a credit at the end, though.
Wow.
Well, because he still is part owner of the Wrexham United, so yes, he's still gonna get credited, even if he's not in the film. So he goes on a quest.
Yes. The skeleton fight when he took the spine in his coffin.
That's what she came over and whispered to me. I was like, I never thought about that. That was cool.
Oh, sorry.
So metal. They said 5 Punishers. I guess that includes Dolph, Jane Thomas, Thomas Jane, and the gentleman. Oh, what's the gentleman that passed away last year? He was in Rome. He was in that Star Wars series. Anyway, I cannot remember. Oh my gosh, Ray.
Bradbury.
Oh, Ray.
Bradbury.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Yes.
Ray Stevenson.
Thank you.
Yep. Ray Stevenson.
Yes.
Thank you, animator. Yes.
Thank you for that.
Ooh,
director's cut.
Go on. So yes, so we have a really excellent montage of him trying to find another anchor, another Logan. We get to see a height accurate Wolverine.
Comic accurate Wolverine.
Comic accurate.
Which is what all of us nerds were complaining about when they cast Hugh Jackman. He's too tall. There's no way this guy's gonna be good. He's not. Wolverine is 5 foot tall. And I guess we were wrong. Comic accurate Wolverine would not have said. Although I would have loved to have seen Danny DeVito in that role, because we had Henry Cavill as other Wolverine.
Wait, didn't you send us that, or was it Tina?
No,
somebody
it's a thing. It's a video. But so yeah, the cameos are Age of Apocalypse Wolverine.
Yep.
Which I thought was really cool. I mean, I every time I saw somebody, dude, I swear to God, in the theater, I was like, that was the Leonardo DiCaprio meme in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is the reason why this movie exists. I'm like, oh my God, it's a brown and gold costume. And they even did the reflection from issue 340 of the Incredible Hulk when he pops his claws out and you see the reflection. The Todd McFarlane cover, even though he said John Byrne, which is true. John Byrne did create that costume. So mad props to, I guess, the writers, not really Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know. I don't know. I think Ryan Reynolds knows more than you're let on because the way he talks in interviews, I think he knows more about the comics than I think a lot of people do.
He said he was a fan.
Well, I know. I'm not, and there's nothing wrong with being a fan of Deadpool, but you have to be a real nerd to be like, oh, John Byrne created the brown gold costume. Like, I'm not saying that he's not. Obviously, he is. If he really,
I think he is.
Okay.
Wait, but he said the John Byrne thing when Wolverine was standing there, not with the cover and his reflection.
That's the same fight, baby. That's the same costume.
Okay, but you're talking about the cover.
Okay,
never mind.
Amanda, show this woman the clip, please.
Okay.
Do you like to show the whole movie?
No, that's the clip. That's the clip.
I can do it. I told you so.
Yes. So one of the variants is Henry Cavill, which surprised me because I thought
should have been like Daniel Radcliffe. You and I were like, Daniel Radcliffe is the rumored character. Like, but whatever. It's nice. I think Henry Cavill was added so they can make fun of the DC universe, which was
they did a good job of that. Yes, they did a good job.
Don't do this to me. #
he was also impressed that said Bradbury.
Bradbury. Nerds.
I'm assuming you were impressed. Max,
let's not skip over the Will.
Yes, he did. Yes,
my country's name out your damn mouth.
And my sword.
And my sword. It was so perfect. It was beautiful.
Cavalry. Did that make you laugh? Yeah, it was interesting because I know Henry Cavill was also rumored for Wolverine, but I thought the longest running rumored character was that kid from Kingsman or Daniel Radcliffe, right? Like, so I thought it was going to be one of them. And then we had Patch. So I was really happy about that with the eye patch. Yeah. So those were really nice. Definitely Easter eggs for freaking nerds.
You talked about your favorite cover, right? Where he's on the X.
Oh yeah, and then the freaking cover from Mark Silvestri. Like, who that? Like, my brother was like, I don't get that one. I don't get that one at all. And I was like, that's because that's for comic book readers, man. That is my all-time favorite Wolverine cover. It's from X-Men. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
We're just gonna put it right here, really tiny, and watch it together.
Because it's just only so I can prove my wife wrong, and we get demonetized, and I get my channel canceled. But it'll be worth it because I told you so, Melanie. Hashtag.
Oh my gosh.
Hashtags worth. Hashtags have to go in the front. Hashtag. I told you so, Melody. Sound like an old man. I told you so, Melody. Hashtag.
Sound like old man Logan.
Yeah, old man Logan.
Oh yeah, which is interesting because we've already had an old man Logan. I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah,
but the whole thing.
I like this.
Like, were you gonna pull up a clip, Amanda?
No, I don't have the clip because that was the one that was trying to download before this started. And I was like, it's not gonna finish because it takes too long.
That's okay. So we do see a bunch of variants, and then what happens next, Panda?
All right, so he does find the variant that we will be with for the remainder of the film. And this Wolverine is the worst Wolverine out of all the Wolverines. And we're going to talk about why he's the worst Wolverine because I also have questions about why this is anyways. So he is really not wanted in the bar he's hanging out in. The humans who are there kind of hate him. He seems like down and out. He's drunk all the time. And
it's a lot to get Wolverine drunk.
No.
It's a healing factor.
Like legit using just regular old rubbing alcohol. And
hey, yo, shout out to Frankfort, Kentucky, though. Jim Beam, baby. Wolverine knows what's up. None of that Canadian whiskey. We got any Canadian viewers right now? I'm sorry about that.
Yes.
That's true. He should have had Canadian whiskey. Well,
no, Wolverine knows a real whiskey.
Greg, I don't know how you can't think that David Cornsfoot looks like a young Harry Cavill. He dies. Like,
actually, I can kind of see that. They're both built very similar.
Match for match. Did you watch Twisters, Craig Ryan? Because
I did watch Twisters, Amanda. Oh, you're talking
about
Craig. I'm sorry.
Did you say Craig?
Are you Craig now? Is that your other alter?
It might be. Yeah, I was confused on the whole Wolverine drunk thing. So, Manny, here's the thing. Sometimes you got to suspend your disbelief, right? You can only question so many things in a comic book movie. If I sat there and broke down this movie, it would be like, actually, there's no way Wolverine would have been getting this wrong. Actually, you can't really stab a guy with adamantium bones with an adamantium sword. It's just not the way adamantium. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would just be, the whole thing would be actually, but that's okay. Sometimes, you just have fun, which I did. Do go on. Yeah, that 251 cover, dude. Oh my God, I could talk about that. Oh, even the color scheme, man. They got the color scheme right. I was like, this Wolverine variant was really for comic book nerds. Like, nobody in the theater that didn't read a comic book was like, oh my God, it's Wolverine on a cross. My favorite variant. Nope. Not for normies. Not for muggles. Only for nerds. No. All right, you go on, Amanda.
So he takes him back to the TVA, and Paradox is like, I don't care if you have, that's not how this works. You can't just get another anchor beam. And so he ends up sending them to the Void, which everyone who's watched Loki seasons 1 and 2 should be familiar with the Void. That is where Loki met all of the other Loki variants, right? And they had to have that big battle with, Elegoth? What's the
big cloud monster.
Yeah.
Yes, the big Void monster. And that's also, yes, so they're in the Void. And when they're in the Void, this is where they have one of the first of many fight scenes between the two of them, which are very intense and great fight scenes. Well choreographed.
Yeah, the choreography was awesome.
Did you like the way Elektra held her side, though?
Nope.
Okay. Melanie judges fight scenes on the way people hold their sides.
Actually, it was so quick, I'm not quite sure. But I think
Ninja Turtles, you're out. You're out, Ninja Turtles.
I think she was holding it correctly, but it was just all too quick.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the Void, they first meet a young gentleman.
In my opinion, it's dumb they assume you saw Loki.
Oh,
I thought the same thing too.
Hugh Jackman didn't watch Loki before filming.
But you don't have to, because they explain everything you
asked
need.
him, like, did you watch it beforehand? He's like, no.
But I mean,
they did
a good job of like, this is where the forgotten toys go. This thing needs to eat humans. That's all you need to know. So I agree. Man, I need to go watch 2 seasons of Loki, even though the ending of season 2, top notch.
Yes.
Do go on, Amanda.
Yes. So they are introduced to the first of many variants from the original Fox Marvel universe, and that would be Johnny Storm. Wait, I've got us a little clip. I don't know if it's
which my brother did not see coming. He was.
Sorry, I didn't need to start.
That's not the right clip, Amanda.
James, that bothered me too. I thought Chris Evans was dead.
Will you all just let logic go, please? We're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. Come on.
He doesn't have super strength.
So actually, Amanda was like, "How did they get?" This is going to explain Captain America, and I'm like, "What if it's the Human Torch?" And that's when she was like, "Oh my God, you're right. I think it's the Human Torch." And sure enough,
the Human Torch.
He's going to say it. He's going to say it. Avengers. Flame on.
Oh, Uncanny Suit 97. I saw that too. I think that was the only thing I noticed.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, the winged helmet.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, that was because it was in the foreground.
Elioth, thank you. That's it. Could just be the Fox first variants of Galactus. Oh, because he was a cloud. You're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What were the little blue creatures in the Void? Because Max asked me, and I'm like, I don't know. I thought it was a little thing, a nod to the If movie, but I haven't seen that movie.
I cannot know. It's not a not.
Anybody knows what little purple aliens are, or little creatures?
I don't know. We just watched If. It's not a nod to If. Trust me, I just watched that. But I don't know what those are. I think they just were like funny, made up Void.
Okay, fair enough.
Things. I don't know.
All right.
But yes, so we are introduced to Johnny Storm, the Chris Evans Johnny Storm from the original Fantastic Four movies, and he and also Deadpool and Wolverine are captured by a roving crew of other X-Men characters like Pyro and Toad and Sabretooth. Some of them originally played from X-Men First Class, and then also the original X-Men movies. So they take them captive.
Yeah, I had no idea Kelly Hu was in this movie, like, until we looked at the credits. I thought it was a different actress playing Lady Deathstrike, but as it turns out, it's Kelly Hu. The only one that I know that was replaced was Vinny. He did not play the Juggernaut, so this could be another variant of the Juggernaut.
And the Psylocke.
Which, it makes sense, right? Because we saw a Juggernaut in the Deadpool movie 2, which looked a lot different than the Juggernaut in the X-Men movies, X-Men 3. Psylocke was from that horrible X3 Last Stand. That was that version of Psylocke. So it wasn't the same, so it wasn't what's her name, Olivia Munn.
Mm-mm.
And who else was there?
Well, Azazel was the original actor, Jason Fleming.
He didn't. These people didn't talk, did they?
Not
like,
much. Not
it almost seems like they were just extras in the background, which was fine.
Just Pyro, who was played originally still by Aaron Stanford. He was the only one who actually had, I guess, any.
But we knew from the first trailer that he was going to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Void turkeys. Thank you for that, James. What the hell?
Oh, Narvas. Okay,
Apparently they were in Loki. Well, looks like somebody should have paid attention. Tyler Mane did come back as Sabretooth, and Tyler Mane only played Sabretooth one time in X-Men, the very first movie. He didn't come back for Wolverine. That was what's his name? Amanda, what's his name? Married to Naomi Watts.
Oh, Liev Schreiber.
This is how Amanda and I understand each other.
Is that in the movie? Didn't Deadpool say Loki season 1 episode 5? He names a specific episode.
Yeah, it's that big creature.
Okay, well that's where in the Narvas showed up in season 1 episode 5.
Oh, okay. Then they must have been there too.
Liev Schreiber. Stop it, Roberto.
Roberto.
Oh, yes, he did play Furiosa beautifully. That was like really good.
Yes.
That's so stupid. IP infringement. Okay, do go on.
Yeah, so they are taken to what looks like the exterior body of Giant Man, or once was, I guess, his suit at the very least, and that's their lair, and they are headed up by Cassandra Nova, played by Emma Corrin, and they
did a good job as breaking Cassandra Nova.
They did an amazing job.
Both mysteriously super hot and eerie and creepy at the same time. I was like, oh man, gross.
That's also Cassandra how she played Diana, the Princess of Wales.
Oh, she was Diana, or they were Diana?
One of the season. Yeah, they were Diana. One of the
season. You're talking about The Crown. I was talking about
the Crown.
Okay.
Yes, no.
Yeah, that's really cool that they used Cassandra Nova. Because we were avoiding spoilers. I had no idea she was going to be like one of the big bad guys. And then at the end, when she had her jacket off, that was awesome.
That was right out. I was hoping she'd have her safari hat on.
Her.
I was hoping she'd have her safari hat on to get ridiculous. Yeah, whatever. Is she a deep cut character? No, not really. Cassandra Nova is a big baddie in X-Men, and she's ever since Grant Morrison's run. And I love the way that Cassandra Nova uses her powers too in the movie, because it is exactly the way that she uses them in the comics, like grabbing like your face and going through, like, oh, it's so creepy.
Yeah,
but I could do without the,
I don't know
that kind of adds to the hotness. Rodimus Prime.
Yeah, that was dirty. The way her hands go through your that, especially when she was in Paradox's mind. Man, that was that great CGI there. So we are introduced to Cassandra Nova, who we find out is the twin of Charles Xavier, but she was taken very early on by the TVA and placed in the Void, probably because she was too dangerous. And so she has made the Void her home, where she can do whatever she wants. And of course, the first thing she does is kill Johnny Storm, because Deadpool opened his damn mouth and started talking about all the shit talking that Johnny did. And Johnny's trying to deny it.
And then I love how Logan calls him out on it more than once. He's like, you got him killed. Like, you think you're funny. Ha ha ha. Like, you just murdered him. And I was like, oh yeah, I can call him out on that. But of course, if you stay and watch the end, he says more. He says more than that. He kept going on. He said
and I thought it was perfect, because we have to keep in mind that Chris Evans previously played the character that said language every time someone said one swear word. And so letting him do that.
And that was your very first hint, as that's not Captain America. Rewind the tapes. You know she doesn't watch that hand. I will say there were a lot of moments that I was laughing, and I hadn't laughed that hard in a movie theater in a long time, just because the movie doesn't take itself seriously. It's very self-aware, and a lot of the jokes, are sophomoric humor that I still enjoy these days. And a lot of the jokes were kind of almost crossing that line of like, ooh, is this gonna get me canceled? So much so that even Deadpool mentions it twice, I think. Like, hey,
I feel like
that might get me canceled, Logan.
Yes, I was really surprised too. Yeah, that was one of the.
I missed that.
He called Deadpool
I did
that.
too, because dude, he had me and Max talked about this. There were a lot of good lines in this, of course, a throwback line, right? But that's one of my favorites when we'll talk about that here in a second. I hope Amanda at least has that clip.
What clip? Oh, I do. The exact clip you're talking about. All right.
What's up?
They are able to escape Cassandra, and they find themselves first then introduced to another variant of Deadpool 2, Dogpool, who has an oversized tongue and Deadpool's immediately in love with, and then Nice Deadpool, which is the very nice Canadian version of Deadpool, played by Nice Pool, played by Ryan Reynolds,
and Nice Pool.
Yeah.
Dogpool's name is Mary Poppins, right?
Mary Poppins, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is funny because we didn't make that connection until after Amanda told us, oh, Rob, what's his name?
I made the connection. Wait, did you say Mary Poppins or Poppins?
Because the dog's name in Always Sunny was Poppins.
I think they named it Mary Poppins.
Poppins. Okay. Oh, that's cute too. Never mind.
Yeah,
nice. Melody said the same thing.
Yes. I was like, oh, that's Andrew.
That was it. Yeah, he looks just like Andrew.
Deadpool 2099 made an. Oh, we'll talk about the mini Deadpools that were there in the Deadpool court.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Mary Poppins.
So Nice Deadpool is able to give them a ride so that they can go find the other team of like Void variants who have managed to defy Cassandra. And of course, it has to be a Honda Odyssey, which Deadpool's not happy about. But they end up taking a little road trip to find the other variants who we do not know who they are yet. In the midst of this, they do have a massive fight scene between the two of them inside the Honda Odyssey.
That's my favorite fight.
It was amazing.
I love that fight. Oh, it was
no knives.
It was choreographed well.
Yes. And then
it reminded me of the Deadpool 1 car scene. Like when he's fighting those three guys.
That's true. But this one, it was a little hot. And then the ending is it's morning and they're both lying there exhausted.
You got caught up with the seat belts.
I love it. That was a good moment because of the whole spiel Logan had given beforehand. It just went off on Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, we're gonna fight now. And all that tension all built up, and then they had to fight it out. Oh, there's some fanfic stuff right there, y'all.
Oh yeah. That's Ryan Reynolds fanficking right there.
Who's on there? Are you talking about Channing Tatum, that guy? After seeing him as Gambit, do I want a Gambit movie or not?
Do you think it was Charlie Hunnam? Is that
no? It was Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum, but I'm thinking he thought it was.
Oh, okay.
Charlie.
Yeah, they got correct.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, we do need more Dopinder. We did not get a lot of Dopinder.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
We kind of did. Like that was the one thing this film did sacrifice is the Deadpool extra cast. We didn't have a lot of them. Like we had them in the beginning, and they're all great. Side characters like Blind Al and Dopinder.
Yeah, just gives them a reason, right?
Yeah, I wonder why Dopinder.
Guys, this movie's called Deadpool and Wolverine. Sorry, Dopinder.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just put. They have Shatterstar.
Dopinder was in there in the movie.
Oh, he was in the room?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's okay.
He had more speaking lines than Shatterstar, which had I think one.
Yep.
What was I doing?
Trying to figure out the universe that
Deadpool's in. Yeah.
That's oh God, no. So Kane, this is also because there are some things, things that do not connect the dots. Why is X-23 in the Void if she's from the same universe as Deadpool? Because it is her Logan that
but do we know it's the X-23 from
yes. Well, the way they talk about her and interact, it is supposed to be assumed that is the same.
Okay.
Yeah. But so that's all to say someone finds them all strung up and exhausted and drives them.
Max, thank you.
Yes, to a lair that looks suspiciously like a lair for Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, that was interesting.
we don't know what happened to Scarlet Witch after Multiverse of Madness. But then I do a video of this. We are introduced. Nope. Apparently, I do not have a video of this. Yes, I do.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I did catch her saying pendejo, and I'll be honest, that's the time that I was like, oh, that's right. She's Latina. I forgot about that.
That's true.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Logan. I know I get like butchered every time I say that, but I just wasn't. So I've only seen Logan, I think, twice.
There we go.
Amanda, what's going on with that face of yours?
I don't know. My internet's all oh, it's because I'm trying to upload a video, and that was probably not smart.
You just went pixelated as hell. Jackman was huge in this. I don't know if he was as big as he was in the Wolverine. I think that was the biggest like he's ever been.
Some of it like CGI definition on the muscles and such, though.
I have no idea.
Like I don't know.
I'm
not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying.
It's true.
Oh, that was one of my favorite scenes. Like when they implied that Daredevil Ben Affleck died in the void, and Elektra was like, "Eh," which of course Ben Affleck and Jennifer Gardner were married, and that's probably how she feels about that. Where are my pixels, William? Omni-Man. For a 60-year-old, yes, Jackman was jacked for a 60-year-old dude. He was huge.
60?
Yeah.
Well, now he's even hotter.
Yeah. All right. So yes, we do get to see Elektra, Jennifer Gardner, which Amanda was really happy about, even though that movie sucked. I'm surprised they didn't play Evanescence when she walked in. You would have lost your mind.
55.
55. Well, sorry about that.
That's 5 years difference.
And then we see the greatest Blade, the only Blade, Wesley Snipes, walk in. That's when I lost my shit. I'll be honest. I was like, oh, I think I clapped. Like I didn't even it was unintentional clapping that I was doing. I was like, oh my god, it's Blade. Oh, yes. And then Channing Tatum is when I think I laughed my ass off. I'm like, you and I were like, oh my god, we've talked about that stupid potential movie ever since we reviewed it. That thing was in the works for so long. They fitted him for a costume. Oh my god. Boy, did we dodge a bullet with his horrible, horrible, horrible accent that they make fun of in the movie.
Yeah. And I think he sounds just like the cartoon, so I'm good.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
You could tell he was trying really hard to sound like that, but it was so bad that even Ryan Reynolds had to make the joke, like, who's your dialect coach?
And then he had to translate for him in the car.
He's got this weird, like, comb over hair going for Gambit. That was such a bad choice to begin with.
His head looked big.
Well, his whole body. He's a big guy.
And
he was. He's not.
His head.
He's not as big as he used to be. I can't imagine what the Gambit movie would have been like when he was just jacked up. But yeah, and then X-23 makes all four of them. Yeah. And Wesley.
I have the video now. I have the video.
Yay!
What do you have the video of?
This.
Let's
I downloaded the wrong way.
Okay. His neck is giant. Thank you for that, Max. His neck is giant. And no turtleneck can stand a chance. When I saw them all, I was waiting for Nick Cage to walk in as Ghost Rider.
Oh, here. Sorry. It's going to play out. Make it smaller.
Okay, wait. Right. How's she on her side? Let me see.
All right. What are we looking at here, Amanda? This is Elektra.
This is Elektra. So this is the introduction of I'm calling the Void team. I don't know what else to call them.
Which Marvel actor has the best bod? Oh, there's my dude. That's when I started clapping. I was like, oh my gosh. It's Blade. It's Wesley Snipes. Oh, yes. And you could tell it's him when he threw the thing, too. And then this douche. Oh my god, is that oh my god, it's Channing Tatum. What?
Oh.
So stupid. So stupid.
To be fair, his accent is bad, but I think we talked about this when we were watching it or after the fact that he does have really good comedic timing, and that's what really makes it work. Because
yes, if the Gambit movie had been a comedy, absolutely would have loved it. When I saw Wesley Snipes, I dropped and started enjoying the movie and clapped.
Dude,
Not for real, like unintentional clapping. I don't even know why. I just caught myself clapping. I'm like, I guess I love Wesley Snipes. I'm glad he's working again outside of the Expendables. And there were even some jokes about him being gone, or jokes about him and Ryan Reynolds not getting along.
Yes, he says, I don't like you. And he's like, you never did. And I was like,
Never did.
That's true. Except when they all showed up at Hall H yesterday, he did give him a big hug. So I don't think he hates
Well,
anymore.
good. Well, he did hire him to be in this movie. I love how
That's true.
Wesley said, there's only one blade. Yes.
Yes.
Well, he said that, and then it cuts over to Deadpool looking at the camera.
Yes.
So who knows? That movie is stuck in production hell, pre-production hell.
Yeah.
Who's your dialect coach? The Minions? That's such a good joke. I feel like I missed some jokes because I was laughing and the entire theater was laughing.
Yes.
And which is good, which is that experience of going the first, the opening nights and opening weekend. You get to experience the movie with everybody else.
Exactly. So we are introduced to all of them, and we find out that they were all pretty much pruned, because that was what terminology they used in Loki, by the TVA in all of their different universes, because their universes were dying. And that's when, of course, he makes the joke about, well, who else do we have? Where's the Daredevil? And she's like, you didn't make it. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, meh, it's fine. And then we learn that they've all been kind of hiding out from Cassandra Nova, and they're all brought together by Laura or X-23. And so, of course, this leads X-23 and Wolverine to kind of have an interesting conversation, because he's like, I'm not I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy who can save everyone. I'm not the guy who would save you. And she's like, you were never that guy. You always became that guy. And so I'm
so glad I did not watch the trailer.
Yeah,
because the trailer ruined that scene where she says you're the wrong guy.
Well, in the trailer, he explains why he's wearing the yellow suit.
Yeah.
And in the movie, it's like a good 3/4 to the movie. And then, he explains why he's wearing the yellow suit.
Exactly.
So, I'm so glad I did not watch that final trailer.
An LA Rams.
I think it added a little bit to we know that his X-Men got killed, but how exactly, they can't go the way of Logan.
Yeah, we can talk about that story too, about why it's all his fault and how his X-Men got killed and all
it's a survivor's guilt, right? I mean, that's about it. He's the only one of the
But why do all the humans hate him too? Because it's humans.
Humans have always hated. Did you miss X-Men 97?
No, I'm just saying
the humans killed the X-Men.
That's what he said.
They were mad at him, but the bar owner was mad at him.
I don't think that he was mad at him for killing or for allowing the X-Men to die. I think he just hated him because he was a mutant. Like, he wasn't mad at him for what he's done. It was just who he is.
I felt like that was why he hated him, but it makes more sense.
He said that Happy Hogan he met at the Avengers Tower was in the Sacred Timeline in the title card.
It was the Sacred.
That was the 616 universe. So Cable and Device can go other universe. Absolutely. The storyline in this movie is a bit weak. I agree. But I did not go into this movie with the hopes of
intentions that it was going to be a heavy story.
Like, I know what I get out of Deadpool.
So the reason I did find out the reason they did show that last trailer, it was not Kevin Feige did not want to do it, but Disney asked for it. I think to show that there was some depth to the film and it wasn't just going to be about comedy, and also because the actress Daphne Keane wanted to attend the premiere. And so they're like, well, we got to show her in the final trailer, which is interesting.
Probably,
John just said that too.
Okay,
so he did go on a killing spree.
So he did kill
innocent humans.
Yeah. Okay, so that's why they hate him. That makes more sense.
Gotcha.
And not just the humans who killed the X-Men.
Dude, that drone show at San Diego Comic-Con was amazing. If you haven't seen it, please watch the rest of our video and then go and watch it. But the whole Galactus thing has me so hyped up.
Yeah, I'm also very excited about that.
Bartender probably hated Logan because he won't pay his bill. And yet
the bartenders also was the striker for the Wrexham United. Or no, a bar patron. Or one of the bar patrons was. I don't know which one it was, but one of them was.
Really? I didn't catch that.
Well, I don't know what the striker of Wrexham United looks like, so I wouldn't.
Oh, I do. He looks like Rip Torn. He looks like that actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, okay, wait. X-Men United was the second one, right? Because there was a young striker, but that was in Days of Future Past.
No, I mean, like soccer. Like he was the striker, like the guy in the front.
God damn it! I thought you were talking about William Stryker from
No,
the X-Men
from
comic. Never mind.
Okay, for a split second.
No, he's from
Wrong,
Rex.
but said the team.
Wrexham United. Okay,
I heard
X-Men
X-Men United, and I'm like, oh, you mean William Stryker?
No,
I totally hear it.
People's clones.
We're talking comic books, man. Nobody gives a shit about it.
I hear it now. Wrexham United, X-Men United, Striker.
Move on. Moving on. Past the plot. Keep going.
That was not intentional. All right, so they decide to they all decide to go and attack Cassandra's compound with the hope that they can get Juggernaut's helmet and put it on Cassandra and make her powerless, right? That's the goal. So we come in there, we get an awesome fight scene. Omar gets his one line that he's been waiting for from Blade.
Some motherfuckers still trying to ice skate up here.
There we go. That happened.
He's got fangs. Dude, I lost my shit at that line. This is such a good line. I know it's not original because it's a throwback to Blade 1, but that was our favorite line in Blade 1. And then when it comes to play it here, I was like, no way.
Oh, it was great.
That was so good. Oh, I miss Wesley Snipes. He was so good.
Yeah, he's amazing.
About the bad guys, I like Cassandra Nova as a bad guy. I think she was very creepy.
She was awesome,
and like, well, she let him live, but now she's trying to destroy, like, that wild card.
It seems. I mean, it seems like the villains, of course, took a back seat because the movie again is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, yes.
And when you have Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine, you want as much
terrific
screen time.
Acting, close-up shots. I'm like, oh man, he's feeling it.
Oh yeah, he's having like flashback of like the X-Men and stuff.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah, that just shows
in the car.
Oh yeah, it's like Deadpool. Like Ryan Reynolds is really pissing him off. Like, shut up already.
Oh man,
Cassandra Nova's acting was amazing. 10 out of 10 percent. Oh yeah,
she's
like I said, completely took a back seat and almost underutilized, but for this movie, it makes sense.
For the plot, it was really
not like every Deadpool movie has had a villain that has been the big. Well, Juggernaut didn't even come until like the last 10 minutes of that movie.
Yeah, which was voiced by Ryan Reynolds. Maybe that's why he decided not to use that. Well, anyway, so then we have the big fight with Deadpool and Wolverine at Cassandra Nova. And she's able to incapacitate Deadpool for a while so that she can get into Wolverine's mind because she wants to use Wolverine because he is powerful. And that's where we learn about what he did, what happened, everything like that. But then, of course, X-23 is able to get the Juggernaut helmet off and gets it to them. And then they end up incapacitating Cassandra Nova, but not before she gets shot by Pyro, who was sent there by Paradox. Again, things that, since we don't get a lot of time with the villains and their motivations, can seem like they come out of nowhere. And
he did talk to, he was eating spam. Briefly. He did talk to Paradox.
Yes.
Like, so I was fine with that. Just like,
I don't need that much of an explanation. Whatever. He just wants to get out. Age of Apocalypse Wolverine made my theater go nuts. I was surprised. I don't think our theater went nuts. I know I did, so I might have been the loudest one. Like, oh my gosh, it's Weapon X. Like, I couldn't even talk because by the time I was done being excited about that, they would go on to the next little cameo Wolverine. Pyro is getting Paradox supplies to build the machine too, I think.
Probably, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So
do go on, Amanda.
Yeah, basically, they end up taking the helmet off so that she can heal, but of course, she does give them the sling ring she found off of a wizard or sorcerer that happened to fall into the void, and they use that to get back to their timeline before Alioth can eat them and consume them. But it looks like he does consume the rest of the Void team and all of Cassandra Nova's team. But Cassandra Nova and, of course, Deadpool and Wolverine are able to make it into Deadpool's original timeline. Cassandra Nova ends up going to the TVA, where she gets the the Time Ripper and decides that she's not only going to destroy Deadpool's time stream, she's going to destroy every other time stream so that all that's left is the void. And then she can be happy in the void because Paradox and everyone, they put her there, they've been using her and they wanted to kill her, right? Because that was what Paradox was trying to do with Pyro. So essentially she's getting back at them. So she takes control of the Time Ripper and then she kind of gets the help of the Deadpool coalition to keep Deadpool and Wolverine from coming at her. Deadpool Corps. And so we get introduced to a bunch of different Deadpools. Nice Pool comes back, and that's where we get, wait for it. We get this again.
Ah, it's funny. I can gently tap the fourth wall too. The proposal.
His eyes. Woo, his eyes.
What the hell? Of all the movies he could have said. Of all the movies he could have said.
Yes, they are in front of
Life. Yes, the Liefeld store.
I do have to say something about this. Like, first of all, I am a Liefeld apologetic. I love Liefeld's art. But I do find it ironic that he will block people for making fun of the fact that he doesn't draw feet. Yet he has hyped up the crap out of this movie, going, "Oh my God, look how they honor me!" Like taking screenshots of Liefeld's just feet. So I find that very ironic.
Look, I started reading.
No way, Roberto. ¿Tú también? All right, go ahead. What timeline did I just walk into?
I'm just saying.
Go ahead, Amanda.
I'm reading X-Force Omni. And I keep looking at the feet of the characters when
they're there.
I'm like, yeah, they're there. They look fine to me. Now,
it's a sign Omar or Ryan Reynolds secretly watches your channel. Oh my God. If he did, that's where he gets all his. He knew that was my favorite cover to Wolverine and X-Men.
And that's why he did it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
so
Stanley on the bus.
We did notice. Yeah, that was another moment that I was like, "Oh, Stanley!"
You did. I almost missed it, but you're like, "Oh, that's Stanley," and I was like, "Oh, yes." As it's moving out of frame. So yes,
that was really cool.
Was
that fight scene.
That was my favorite fight scene.
I said a 2D like beat 'em up scroller.
Yeah.
When you play the game, and the camera keeps panning, and you can't stop the camera. And then you get caught behind, and you got to catch up to go beat 'em up. And
it reminded me of Old Boy. The hall scene in Old Boy is exactly because it pans over to the non-two leads, right? Like you don't see them, you just see like people being thrown around. Yes, then it comes back, and I thought it was done really well. I thought that yes, Old Boy. Thank you. I wasn't
again. A lot of these fight scenes were phenomenal, but yeah, and in the Deadpool Corps, though we don't see their faces, we do have other cameos. His wife Blake Lively is Lady Deadpool. Nathan Fillion plays the dead head. Yep.
Yeah, the floating head. The
floating head.
Headpool.
And then Matthew McConaughey is the Cowboy Pool. Mm-hmm. And then one of his daughters, Inez, is Kid Pool. His new baby, Olin, is Baby Pool. And there was one more person. Who's the last person I'm missing that I didn't recognize their voice?
Peter.
Peter Pool comes in.
Pete comes and saves the day.
Those balls you can recognize.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Uncanny Suit. Thanks for the review, guys. Could we get a top 3 ranking of your favorite Fox Marvel movies at the end of the stream? I grew up with these. Now I'm old. No, don't say you're old, especially with that 97 added to your name. Please
wait. Uncanny, it's just 97 because you like.
Yeah, we'll be happy to. Please remind me, Melanie.
Okay.
Top 3 ranking. Got it.
Top 3 ranking.
Got it. Peter Pool, the greatest of all time. The Liefeld store where the artworks. Henry Cavill showing up blew me away. Yeah. So then, of course, we thought, oh, this is the last time we're gonna see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine when one of them has to make the ultimate sacrifice. And
antimatter.
No. Yeah, it's actually both of them that make it go away. So I thought that was interesting that they didn't offer Hugh Jackman.
I like the reasoning. They both, if you put the two of them together, if their powers combined, of course they're going to survive.
Dude, they played Madonna
that for me.
twice.
He physically went to Madonna and asked her for permission to use that song.
Because I think we're around the same age. We grew up with that was a huge hit. that.
And you
summer.
know that she's not one of those who'll just easily give the rights out to her music to anyone.
Oh yeah, I know. So that was really cool.
Such a beautiful scene. She was moved. Couldn't help it.
Yeah.
It was-
I loved it though when Wolfie couldn't reach and he popped the claws to get the reach across.
That was so, dude. What we didn't talk about the best part. I lost my
You kinda
shit
did, Skip.
when he puts his mask on. I have been waiting 24 years for that to happen.
But yeah,
Say it
he's
again.
busting out of the van. You wanna
Almost
show that?
half my lifetime I've been waiting for that to happen, and I lost it. I was almost in tears. I was like, "Oh my god, he put the mask on it!" I think I even missed what Deadpool said. I don't even know what he said. Like, oh, you're really waiting for the last minute or something like that. 26 is over.
No, what?
No, the line
No,
that made me tear up was that you are the X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
That got me. I was like, I feel that right here, man.
Yeah, I mean, but he is.
I think it's become a thing, like a trophy thing. Oh, every basic motherfucker loves Wolverine. No, man, like there is a reason why people love Wolverine. Like he's such a freaking amazing character, so complex.
It was a little off. The eyes were a little off. Or maybe
Here, I got it. Here they are. Bust down there.
Come on!
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, like that's what happens when you make a comic book character have
And that right
white
there,
eyes on a mask. Like
like,
that's what it looks
the
like.
way
So-
they were jumping, that's right out of a splash page.
Oh,
Though,
yeah.
exactly. The
He did a
comic
lot
book,
of those.
especially when he pops his claws out with the mask on. Oh, damn that! Ooh,
Yes.
ooh, that was manly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
besides me, them fighting in the Honda Odyssey.
Once he
that was a
he'll
good
be doing
scene.
this till he's 90, apparently, according to Ryan
That
Reynolds.
was hilarious when
in the
Deadpool
movie.
Anyway,
for life. Shoulder pads
yes.
would have made it better though.
Wait, didn't he have
Yeah.
shoulder pads?
No, he didn't. He was
Yeah.
sleeveless.
Yeah, he's sleeveless.
I remembered like bulky things right here.
No, they weren't the blue shoulder pads though.
Oh,
Yeah, just like
So yeah, they survive and then everything ends and it's happily ever
No,
after.
well, except for Cassandra Nova, she doesn't get a happy ending. But yeah,
No.
sure, that's fine.
Yeah, but I'm sure she'll be back. It
And
is
neither
one
does
of the strongest
Paradox.
movies.
Paradox gets in trouble. Hunter B-15 shows up and realizes that Paradox has been operating outside of TVA's authority, kind of like an underground thing with this whole Time Ripper thing. And so she almost is ready to prune our current Deadpool, but then Peter Pool shows up, and there's a nice moment between Hunter B-15 and Peter Pool where he's like, no, this
Peter.
universe's Deadpool.
Like I love that he saved the day twice. They're
Twice.
like, oh, it's Peter.
Everyone loves Peter. Every Deadpool has a Peter.
And then
So-
she's like, which is funny because I guess
Especially Bob.
he
and
took
Peter.
he took the place of Bob,
Bob.
right?
I like
Yeah.
Bob because he was not capable of anything.
Paradox about to be the villain of Secret Wars. Imagine that. Oh my gosh. Peter and his pierced nipples. And
Yeah.
he's like,
Like-
I have a friend that pierced his nipple.
He's like, that's the fun part when you pull on it. Brian, how are you doing, buddy? I loved when Deadpool said Thor was crying over him. Wonder if, and every time he'd wake up, he's like, "Oh, Thor."
Was that scene filmed for this movie or was
No,
it?
it was dead. That was Dark World, except
Okay, that's what because he looked younger.
Yeah, that was
absolutely.
just that scene. I'm sure we might have that scene one day. That's not to say we won't have that scene, but that was not it. Yeah. So yeah, all is well that ends well. They do ask Hunter B-15 for a favor, since they were able to save the timelines and everything like that. If there's anything they can do about bringing saving his timeline, and also of course maybe bringing back their friends from the void. And while we don't see everyone come back at the end of the film, he does go get some shawarma, and he says the Avengers invented shawarma. But you do see all of him and his friends from the original Deadpool films all around the table with Wolverine and also Laura. So we know that they were able to save the Void characters, or maybe she just returned. I'm not quite sure. So that's how it ends. And he realizes that, he's a hero after all. And Vanessa is proud of him for you know.
Right. So talking about it afterwards, because it messed with me during the movie. Like, I'm like, Vanessa dumped what? No, that doesn't. Why? What's going on? I think she was trying to help him when he was like down and out because he didn't get into the Avengers. And she was like, we're the same kind of crazy, which sounded like, I'm going to be here with you, but you have to let me help you. And then Cassandra Nova manipulated the memory and was like, she, that you'll never matter. And he's like, she didn't say
what
that.
he hears in his head all the time.
That he left Vanessa because he's like, I'm not good enough for you, which is, all that's what he always thinks. And so I think he left her. She didn't leave him because he wouldn't let her help him to recuperate from not being an Avenger. Dear.
Being lost. He didn't know what he's going to do now that they saved Cable's timeline. And he's like, and I can't be an Avenger. So he's like, what am I going to do? And yeah, that's what happens. And
no X-Men cameos, right? Nope.
Which
I was okay with. Outside of the villains, right? You had Sabretooth, Ray Park coming back as Toad, and you had Colossus from Deadpool 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah. That's about it.
Writers, or not maybe, thinks it's to be writers.
I think that was my issue with Deadpool 2.
Writers.
It felt a lot like too much Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool 2. This one, it looks like he took a step back, and I mean, you do have to give Hugh Jackman the chance to shine. You had to choose just one cameo. What was your favorite cameo?
Oh, my favorite cameo. It's a great question.
Which is why I asked.
Probably Chris Evans as Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm. I got to go with Blade.
That was good.
Blade made me clap, and I didn't realize.
Blade is good too. He would be my second.
Without Blade, there would be no Spider-Man or X-Men, and yeah.
I was saying I couldn't hear you guys for a second. That's why I was like, "Wait, were you asking a question?"
Did you not?
It's fine now. It's fine.
Okay.
No, it's good now. So, no, Johnny's definitely my favorite.
Yeah, Johnny.
You like that one too?
Yeah,
especially the ending.
Oh yeah, so that is true. And I didn't get that. Well, because that movie, anyways, I didn't get the last clip. For no reason I cannot express. But Deadpool goes to the TVA and rewinds. He's like, I want to make my case. I did not tell Johnny to say that stuff. And they go back and they show the videotape. And of course, Johnny is saying all the awful things about Cassandra Nova and more, but it's coming out of Chris Evans' mouth, which, yes, given that he was Captain America in MCU and he never used bad language, it was funny to see him get to play a character in the MCU who's using bad language. Yeah, no Taylor Swift. Yes, I'm okay with that.
Thank goodness for that.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. Amanda, I really appreciate that you played the songs on the way there to the movie theater, because then it's like, oh, this is where they use that song. Because right on the way there, we're like, where's this song going to be?
Where was the Greatest Showman song?
So right at the beginning of the fight scene in the car, that's the first thing. It only plays for like 5 seconds, and then it goes into the 9 to 5 song or whatever this other song was.
Oh, I thought it was Grease.
Yeah, Grease. Sorry, that's the one. Yeah, whatever song that was not from the 2000s.
Johnny having a thick Boston accent. Yeah,
I thought he was trying to do New York, but yeah, you're right.
Out when he went on his rant. For those who don't know, Nathan Fillion provided the voice of Deadpool. Oh yeah, we went over who provided, and I'm so glad Dazzler didn't happen either. I know some people, not everybody, but I realize a lot of people are probably disappointed with the lack of things, lack of cameos, because I'm sure people wanted more X-Men.
I think a lot of people were for more MCU.
Yeah, more MCU. But I mean, getting Chris Evans back to play the character of Johnny Storm I thought was funny.
Craig, I was wondering about that too. And Ray Park did come back.
No, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I wonder if his fights got cut. But then you said, well, he's older. Maybe he didn't really.
That's true.
Well, yeah. And Kelly came back as Lady Deathstrike, but there were no close-ups of her.
Yeah. All I saw were the fingers.
Yeah. And I thought it was like, oh, I guess they got another actress, like instead of getting Kevin Nash for the
because
Russian.
I was like, I want more Toad.
Yeah.
Who was the big guy at the top? Was he wasn't the Blob, because I remember the Blob from the Wolverine movie was played by the guy that played the new ape in the new movie. I like that actor. What the
Yeah.
heck is his name? All I wanted was a better screenplay. Shots fired.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, the Russian silhouette animator, the guy from the Punisher movie, the original, but from Garth Ennis's run on the Punisher. It was Kevin Nash in the original movie, but in this, I think it was somebody else.
Something I really liked during the credits was the total senior year of high school send off with the Green Day song.
Oh God!
You had the time of your life.
Was that your high school?
Oh my gosh,
song?
a drama! Yes, the senior year drama club. That's what we had.
That album came out when I was a junior in high school, I think.
So, but Hugh Jackman looking so young, and then Ryan Reynolds being like, "I love the Deadpool comics, and I really wanted to play him." When you know, kind of played him, and I was like, "You got to!" Oh,
that was during the Blade 3 movie, the Blade Trinity movie, when he was being interviewed.
Yeah,
he was Hannibal King, which everybody hated.
But yeah, it was really cool to see all those clips from.
I love that.
X-Men.
That was well worth it, and that's why, because some people, EQ. I don't think people wanted more cameos, but I think people wanted cameos to make it more of like an MCU film, which obviously it had the TVA. So that is an MCU concept, but it is still a Deadpool film because it was in the MCU, but still not quite in the MCU. But I think it was a love letter to all of the Fox properties that came before and paved the way. And that's what, it made sense to have the cameos they did have, even Gambit, because it was the film that never was. It's not just like when they put John Krasinski in as Mr. Fantastic because everyone was fan casting him. So let's do that for the fans. This felt like he was going to have a movie, but never did come to fruition. And we're going to send them off in the best way possible because, they could show back up. But as far as we know, the Fox universe is over.
Yeah, I thought it had enough cameos. It had enough, I think, I don't know how much more you could have added to a Forgotten Universe.
Same.
Sure. I guess they could have added Ben Affleck and whatever X-Men character. I was kind of hoping for what happens to Toad when he gets struck by lightning kind of quote. But we didn't get that. So it's okay.
Yeah. But so I think, was that it? Is there something you didn't like? What did you not like about the movie? We've gone on about the movie and gushing over the cameos and things like that. But I thought the plot was kind of weak, but then again, I don't go to Deadpool to go see plot.
Yeah.
I go to Deadpool to laugh, and I laughed my ass off in this one, so that worked. What about you two? What didn't work for you?
Well, it was the fact that Vanessa and Wade were, separated until I figured it out. Or at least that's my headcanon. That's what happened. She was there. She was trying to help. He left her. But that was bothering me throughout while I was watching it. I was like, why would no, they wouldn't break up. Ah! I hate when they do that in movies, when they're like, they work so hard to be together. Oh, they're broken up. And then they get all back together. And then they're broken up. I'm like, oh.
What about you, Amanda?
So yes, I agree. The plot is weak. What this movie, and that's always, I think, like a Ryan Reynolds movie is strong for, is always going to be the comedy and the action. I think the action in this is because it's when a plot is weak and the action's okay and the CGI is awful, and then you get Ant-Man Quantumanium, which was also, oh no, that's not a joke. That was a joke in a separate interview. That was not in the film.
Oh, I do. Okay, when
I'm talking about when you asked what in the Lost Quantumanium, your favorite Marvel film, and I was like, okay. So all that was very strong, but yes, the plot was very weak. And I could even tell when they're trying to show the motivation, when you're seeing like what's going on with this Wolverine, and then what's going on with our Deadpool, and you can see for him, it's all about the girl. It's always been all about the girl. That's from the beginning of it. But even for the Wolverine, because we don't get enough time with them, we're really having to get a lot of exposition to explain what's wrong with both of them. And I feel like with Wade's, because we barely get this whole idea that he wants to be a hero. We get like maybe that just one scene, and then he's kind of narrating over it, about he's fine, everything's okay. So we don't really get to see what happens, and you jump into the action so quickly that I think you kind of lose why we're even doing this in the first place. And I think that is why a lot of people consider the plot a little bit weak. We lose because you do lose it.
Like, where are we going?
Yeah, where are we going? Why is this happening in the first place? And what's the deeper meaning behind it? And we do get there eventually. But even like with the Wolverine and Lara stuff, I felt like they have one scene together. So the payoff of them hanging out at the end of the film, was it really there? Because really it's about him and Deadpool. So she's there. But did he ever really accept, like, did she ever really accept him and vice versa? So I don't know.
I still the way to
But yeah, so it was weak for me in those regards. But as far as like effects, action, the cast, like whoever, like, Matthew McFadden was perfect as Paradox. Like, and he was even with his British accent, he's more Weasley than when he's Tom Wamgams from Succession. He's like 10 times better. And I think that Emma Corrin is great as Cassandra Nova, and I'd love to see if that character ever returns, possible. But yeah, I mean, I think Hugh Jackman, this really was his film. Even though Deadpool and Wolverine, this was Hugh Jackman's film for sure. I think he stood out between the two of them. I think he really killed it.
I don't think the motivation or the it seemed like a really, really, really weak reason why this is the worst Wolverine. I feel like if you had, like even in Old Man Logan, which I'm not the biggest fan of the comic, like that Wolverine was tricked into killing the X-Men. If you had gone down that route, then maybe, right? Like he feels guilty for killing the X-Men, even though he was being mind controlled. Not they died because I left. Dude, you got a woman that can throw lightning from, like, they're gonna be fine.
Jean Grey. I mean, what are you talking about? Like, how did they? Like,
well, we don't know if she's Phoenix, okay? We don't know in that world.
But then I thought about the original Logan movie, and I was like, wait, like he survived, and everyone else was killed, like, and he has survivor guilt, right? I mean, we forget about what happened to him.
It didn't feel like. I mean, don't get me wrong. Jackman's so good that he was able to even make you feel that emotion, like, oh, I feel bad for him. If you just take a step back and be like, dude, it's not your fault. You weren't there. You made a decision. Like survivor's guilt, sure, but have a beer, man. It's all good. But
yeah, I thought he was gonna
he was having it.
He was having some freaking Jim Beans. What he was having.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He was great. He was
That's
great.
What I said.
But, I mean, I don't go see Ryan Reynolds film because he has range, right? I always see
Ryan Reynolds. Oh, never mind.
I always see Ryan Reynolds as Van Wilder, no matter what. Even when he's trapped inside of a box 6 feet under. For anybody that has seen that movie, by the way. Yeah. So weak plot, kind of a silly idea with why he's the worst Wolverine. But I have not had this much fun and laughed my ass off in the movie theater.
A lot of fun.
Me too.
In a long time. And I'm serious. In a long time.
And
it has been a long time since I have laughed this hard. Like, and sophomore humor, and some of it, it didn't hit with me, but it hit with the audience. I heard the audience laughing. I heard Amanda laughing a lot. I heard Melanie laughing a lot.
I know it had a lot of, like, sexual jokes and that kind of
a lot of references to pop culture stuff.
Is it maybe because now it's Disney? Is that why they didn't have the Wolverine that killed the X-Men?
No, hell no. No. Absolutely not. They would have done whatever. So
Max is gonna see it for the 4th time.
And that's the thing.
That
like,
movie,
I want to see it again too, because I'm excited. I think it definitely deserves a second watch. I can't think of anything else that I disliked about it. Some of the song choices, but I always have that issue with Deadpool movies. I feel like it's Ryan Reynolds' playlist.
What song choices did you not like? I'm just curious.
Some of the not actually NSYNC's makes sense because that was used in X-Men 2. That was Cyclops. Like Cyclops had it in the car, and Wolverine. Remember when he took Cyclops' car? So you were meant to hate that song and hate the character of Cyclops because it's so lame. So it kind of made sense to open it up with that. I thought that was okay. Green Day was good. Like some interesting choices, like that Korean song that was in the movie for a little bit.
Oh, the Stray Kids?
Yeah, or whatever it was.
Oh, wait. Are we frozen or is Amanda?
No, I'm.
Oh, okay. Oh,
no.
there we go. Looks like you were asleep.
It doesn't look like a. Can you hear me though?
Let's see if we can add her again. Can you hear us, Amanda?
I can hear you guys. You can't hear me though.
We can hear you.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I'm nothing. Right now,
We can't see you. Well, no.
Are you sure it's you?
It's me, I think. Well, I don't know. I mean, my internet seems to be fine, but I don't know.
Okay. Can everybody hear me? Amanda fell asleep. So we can you all hear Amanda?
I was so bored.
And it's to the point. All right. Okay, can you all hear Amanda? That's what matters.
Oh, wait.
Now devices are not connected. Her and Matthew. Yes, he did voice the cowboy. Dang it. She didn't give her a rating. I wanted her to give her the rating. I forgot Cyclops listened to NSYNC.
So Roberta said you can hear. So now we just need to get her back. I'm sure she's restarting.
So she'll come back. She'll come back. We'll give her a minute.
You know, one line I just laughed so hard at, and no, I don't think anyone else did, was Gambit's. I was bored, ready. It's something about
when he started talking about his daddy's
dick. And
that was so stupid.
Oh,
Hey. There was plenty of Gen X music in this, my friend. There was plenty of Gen X music in this.
Oh,
And I don't have a problem with millennial music. No, Green Day isn't millennial. You can't take Green Day from us.
Madonna isn't.
You can have it. You can have NSYNC, and you can have the Korean band too. I don't know who they are. Who is it? Straight? Not straight.
Oh, Griffin X. Good. You go after that as well. Griffin X.
Gambit sounded like the butcher from the boy. Gambit sounded.
I like the way he sounded.
It was so awful. Cassandra.
Oh yeah,
like my beat. I laughed at that. So did Amanda.
You pointed at me
because she's supposed to be over there.
I definitely appreciated it. I felt like that was one scene where things were going by so quick.
McConaughey voiced the cowboy Deadpool. Yeah, he wasn't in the movie, just like Blake Lively wasn't in the movie, but they voiced the characters. Yeah, that was good. Gambit was great. I thought he was great too. Channing Tatum finally got to play Gambit. Green Day's Gen X. Thank you. Don't tell Amanda. She'll try to claim that. Shadow Realm we hear. Okay, so we'll wait for her to come back.
Go down to baby. Thank you.
Yeah, here, you do the content.
No, I was trying to get there, right there. Wolverine lost his team, flipped out, and lost himself in the feral beast he's fought against his entire life and made the world even more scared of mutants. Brother has earned his trauma. Oh, yeah, he did. I keep forgetting about that he did freak out and freak out's not the right term, and kill a bunch of people, but still.
Well, he killed a bunch of humans, right? Like innocent humans is what he said.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was fun to see Deadpool dancing to NSYNC, and Marvel has picked Amanda to portray the Invisible Woman.
We hear her. Ain't nobody hearing him. No, I'm texting her, seeing if everything's okay. She's probably
Steve Bloom or Hugh Jackman as Wolvie.
That's hard because Steve Bloom, like,
yeah.
Okay, so I grew up with the character in the 80s, so I never really had a voice except mine in my head for Wolverine. But I do like Steve Bloom, not because of the X-Men animated series, but because of the fighting games. Berserker Barrage! Like, seriously, that's why. It's hard. That's hard. Steve Bloom for the voice and Hugh Jackman for the body. I can't believe I just said that. It's kind of like Conroy. Exactly. Yes.
Stan. I hate Stan. What did you say?
Stan. I hate it. It gets all over my crotch or whatever.
It gets all over my crotch.
Hold on a second.
Good night, Manny. Giving it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, you go to sleep, buddy. Here, Amanda's restarting everything. I'm just gonna tell her to use your phone.
I wonder how they would treat Deadpool in a non-Deadpool movie that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, we need something like
fun.
X-Force, right? Like we need an actual X-Force movie. Uncanny X-Force.
Oh, here's the I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere.
It does get everywhere. Does it get everywhere? He said that?
You're giving me more material for my slash pick.
Henry Cavill Logan's fire. I think Channing Tatum would have done an okay job as Gambit.
Oh, so
Only-
you didn't like the movie, but
Oh, no, hell no. I don't agree with
for
Roberto.
now,
No.
you don't like the movie, but
Only if it was a comedy, like that 21
but he
Jump Street.
cracked me up with that.
That's what I
line.
said.
I'm
If it was
sorry.
If it was a comedy, yes, but if it was taken to itself too seriously, hell no.
How does the Marvel's
There she
post-credit
is. There's
tie in?
Amanda.
Beast and Maria.
That is a good question. All right, let's click on Amanda.
Yeah. Wait, she can't click on her. There we go. Oh.
Hey.
Say, talk again.
No, I'm here. I had to go onto my work computer. So
Oh,
that's
Weird.
awesome.
So
Don't tell work.
was your computer needing updates?
No, that's the thing. I updated it right before because I was wanting to make sure, like an hour before we started. So I think my computer's just getting too effing old, and I think I need a new one.
Then that's the guy.
That's the second time it did that, where it said it couldn't. It kept saying it could not recognize my devices, like my.
You know that happens to mine too from time to time, and
Yeah.
I have to get. That's why I get my laptop.
Do you think that was the tease for the eventual Captain Marvel 3?
I think it was a moment of desperation, and I hate to say that. Like
It was.
I think they threw it in at the last minute. And we're talking about the post-credit scene to the Marvels, by the way. And sorry if you haven't seen it. But
Well,
what happened? Not you. I'm talking to the people that are in the chat. Why do I care if you've seen it? I know you've seen it. I was with you. Anyway, they threw in the Beast, like checking up on Monica Rambeau Photon. And it felt like, oh, this is really cool. They want people to go see this movie to talk about it, and it just didn't work. It felt like a last-minute decision as a Hail Mary throw, and that was it. I don't think they thought ahead at time about it. Jeanette, no, we didn't go to AMC.
We went to Movie Tavern.
Yeah.
So have any. But we got our picture taken with some cosplayers. That was fun.
We did, which kind of spoiled that X-23 was going to be in the movie, because I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I guess whatever, that makes sense.
So we didn't watch in 3D or moving chairs.
My brother watched it in 4D, which I didn't even think was a thing. I don't think it changes the MCU at all, like some reviewers said before the movie came out. No, I don't think so. And that scene could still take place in another
Kelsey
universe.
Grammer does Beast Force. That's a terrific fit.
He was Beast Voice in X-Men: The Last Stand, which was about the best.
I don't remember. We gotta name the top 3 Marvel.
Oh yes.
Marvel,
but let's review this movie first. There will never be a Captain Marvel 3. Bruce has his finger on the pulse of the.
I mean,
do we believe that?
I think I would assume so. Yes.
Would you like to bet some money, Bruce? Let's make it.
First of all, this movie
Bruce
can make more opening weekend than Inside Out 2, so it can be more successful in some regard. I'm not saying.
Are we arguing with Bruce? I don't want to mess with that man. He'll send me a poster of Inside Out 2.
Nope. Good.
Let's give it our final rating then.
I really liked it.
Why are you here?
And it was fun.
You better rate it, Melanie.
I really liked it, and it was fun.
God, now James is gonna be like, Melanie rated it. I don't know.
Pass.
Amanda, what would you give this freaking movie?
I think this is a solid 8.5 out of 10. There was a weak plot, but the chemistry with the actors themselves, the comedy, the action, a lot of that makes up for some of the weakness in the plot that doesn't hold up. So,
okay, fair enough. If you were to rate it, if you were another variant of Melanie, what would she give it? The one that
I agree.
rates.
8.5. I agree.
I would give it.
Fine. It's good.
I liked it a lot. I would give this an 8. It was a lot of fun.
Whoa! Wait a minute. We all rated it higher than you did?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't think I liked it as much as Deadpool 1.
Okay.
I really liked Deadpool 1. I liked it more than Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 was a little too Ryan Reynolds for me. So much so that it had 2 Ryan Reynolds in the movie. So yeah, this was an 8. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast watching it. I don't know if I would have laughed as hard if I was watching it by myself. That's how I was trying to think about this movie. Like, if I was watching it by myself, would I be laughing as hard? Because sometimes you get caught up with the audience. What the hell is wrong with you?
I did.
Wait, when did an 8 become bad? An 8 is really good.
Still at 80%.
I wish I had an 80% in school. I went home with 60s.
That's true. We're not talking like the Fellowship of the Rings or the top 100 lists.
Yeah, we're talking about. I mean, it was a fun movie. I really liked it, but you know, like you got to get my nipples real hard to get a 9 out of 10. And you
Like
don't know what
Endgame.
you like. You don't want to know what you got to get hard to get a 10 out of 10.
Oh, Temple's giving 5 out of 10.
I like some of the humor and action scenes, but I'm not into multiverse type of guy. But at least in the multiverse in this version, it knew what it was and it didn't take itself too seriously, right? It was making fun of the fact
I rate 9 out of
that
10.
too many movies rely on them. I do love the line when he's like, "Welcome to the MCU. We're at our lowest point."
You're entering at your lowest point, but
The MCU at the lowest point was so good, man. That was a good line.
What rating do you give Wolverine only? Like just his acting performance?
Oh, 10 out of
Maybe
10.
take is what-
That guy carried the movie, man, as far as like drama. That guy was great.
yeah.
Wolverine the Mask and still can't get it.
I know, but you waited 24 years for that. What?
I don't know if I agree with that, but
That was a little too sophomoric for me, and I still like that. I like Cable and everything. I thought it was good. Let's see. Deadpool's a 10 out of 10. Deadpool 2 is an 8 out of 10. Deadpool and Wolverine 9.5. My nipples were hard, Omar. My man. Okay. Some of the quotes out of there overselling this movie approach it as a first MCU rated comedy, and people would rated comedy. But I think some of the quotes would rely on you watching some of the other movies, like that Blade quote would not have hit as hard unless you had watched Blade.
No, I think he means like the quotes from like the reviewers right out of the movies, like the first reaction. Like there was a lot of first reaction quotes that made it seem like this was best of the best, like gonna change the MCU, but it doesn't.
I'm sorry, I misread that though.
Yeah, it doesn't change. It doesn't. I mean, it's not. It didn't do much. He's still in his pocket universe, and he can still come over to 616, but he's still in 1005.
Grand Admiral, dog.
Okay, so
Omar also gave 8 out of 10 to Faulty, which was good.
Okay,
Which was good. Not great. House of the Dragon, Masters of the Universe. Okay, was Masters
Thank
of the
you,
Universe?
James.
I can't remember. Fuck you, James. X-Men 97. That chubby. See, that was my problem. I didn't find the chubby kid that hilarious because he annoyed the piss out of me.
Yeah, he was
like, I don't need a chubby kid to be cursing the whole time to be funny.
He was annoying. He was annoying.
Give me genuine funny. I like Cable and I love Domino. I thought they were great together. But I had issues with that movie. Why am I reviewing Deadpool 2?
Okay, so you
did we review Deadpool 2?
Oh, Dark Knight is a 10 out of 10 movie.
Well, yeah.
I got everything hard.
Why did I give it a 9.5? Anyway.
Because you didn't get hard.
I didn't get hard to Heath Ledger. I feel like, well, maybe not with clown makeup.
That's kind of creepy. Now, Jackman is great, but I hope they'll recast Wolverine sooner. Oh, they're going to have to. There's no way there's an X-Men movie without Wolverine. Like, Feige or anybody at Marvel is not going to take a chance with that. I don't know if this is the last time we'll see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
No.
Man, it takes a lot, especially at his age, at 55, to get in that shape.
He hates
what is
the
best film for the Deadpool trilogy? Cassandra Nova.
Yeah,
she was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the first guy in the first
you
one.
Think Francis wasn't a good villain? He's such an asshole.
Who?
Yeah.
His name Francis. That's what he kept calling him.
Oh yeah, Francis. Yeah.
I don't remember his act.
I never liked Ajax. I thought he was okay.
I just thought, well, the way I just like
you're talking about the first.
I like the personal, the personal connection between the two of them. I thought that was great. Yeah. I loved the whole. That's what makes Deadpool one.
That guy always plays an asshole, like no matter what movies or TV shows he's in.
Yeah, but they had a personal connection to the villain or to the hero.
No, he was Dario.
Yeah, but he had the personal connection to the hero, and I think like that's like
that better.
Deadpool 2 didn't really have a personal connection to the hero. They was just trying to help Cable, right? That was the villain. Like, and then same with this one. I guess it's kind of a personal because they're trying to save his timeline, but it's not like this guy ruined his life and he's on a mission.
I want to know what word we had, Omar. We used to have a word.
Oh, I think most
to describe the chubby kid, but the woke mob took. I want to know what the word is. Annoying as hell. Am I not allowed to say fat kid?
I don't know. No. I don't know what word he's talking about.
That's the character's name, by the way, in Monster Squad. Don't cancel me. They set up a situation that Jackman can grow older with his character. I like that.
Yeah.
They didn't really give a proper send off, and the Thor. I told Amanda, I'm like, why is he crying? And she's like, I don't know. I guess we'll find out maybe in the next movie. I'm fat, so I give you a pass. How many signatures do I need, though, Kyle? That's the important thing. Emma Corrin, yes, agreed.
Yeah, underutilized.
They were
Oh no, I
amazing.
thought that was just the right amount.
No, I thought
She was amazing.
I thought the character was underutilized too, but because it was like they were that good, she stole the scenes a lot of the time, especially with Deadpool. I really liked her.
When Cassandra was in the she
female Professor X, the woke mob. Oh my goodness. Wait, I thought the woke mob. Like anyway, okay.
Well, at least they established that it's his sister. They're not trying to replace Xavier with a female. It's just
wait till you see the new Deadpool comic.
She's a character that's been around for a good number of years.
Okay, now let's go back to this question. Could we get a top 3 ranking of your favorite Fox Marvel movies at the end of the stream? I grew up with
all
these.
Fox movies.
Yeah, that's easy for me. It's X-Men 2, Days of Future Past, and X-Men First Class. So I don't know if in that order. I think Days of Future Past was my favorite. It was just a lot of good tropes or throwback to the classic stories, and I love a good time travel story, and I like the road cut even more. Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna go with those 3. Those are my favorite. Unless I'm reminded of something else. That was Blade. Is Blade Fox? Was it Blade Fox?
Roberta's saying, "How dare you not
I think
start?"
So.
Oh, the Blade 2. Blade 2 over First Class. Blade 2 over First Class. That movie. You haven't seen it yet, have you, Amanda? Oh, that movie's so good.
I was hoping we watched Blade 2.
Yeah. I got to go with that one. What about you two?
I don't
Fox
remember.
X-Men United or X2 for sure. That one is the one that really did it for me. It's not why I have my hair this way though. It's not because of.
I know you like Dark Phoenix and X-Men: The Last Stand.
Stop putting words in my mouth. Stop lying. I've not liked any Dark Phoenix. I don't even like the comic Dark Phoenix. So why would you?
Oh hell no, dude, no, not today. Okay,
you already know.
Positive.
Okay, I like X-Men First Class a little bit better than Days of Future Past, mainly because I think there was less focus on Mystique. And then
I thought there was most focus on Mystique in X-Men First Class.
No, it was. I mean, she was in it as like but it was like anyway.
She was like the crush or something. Okay.
She was the crush, I guess.
You have a lot of nostalgia for Ghost Rider.
I'm trying to think. Oh God, what else do I mean, I guess I would have to either Days of Future Past or. I don't know if I liked Fantastic Four, the original one.
God, no, man.
No,
we did it. Was it really that bad?
Super chat.
The Blade movies were New Line, not Fox. Damn it, the hell, Bruce, I love you. Thank you for correcting me. Fine. Then I take it back. Then X-Men First Class instead of Blade 2.
So then I guess I'll keep.
The road cut. That is, it was the director's cut of Days of Future Past. You know how it's Wolverine? Was it? Oh God, what was it? The Rogue cut is actually using the character of Rogue to send the character back to the past. So she's featured in the future. Whereas the original cut, I can't even remember who was used in the original cut. Was it just Professor X and somebody? I'm sorry, I cannot remember. But they added like 10 minutes worth of footage to the movie. It's a good cut.
Yeah. I'll say Logan. I actually like Logan because I like
instead of Kitty Pryde. Thank you. But Kitty Pryde is still in the movie. For me, number 1 is Logan. Number 2 is X-Men: Age of Apocalypse.
I would say Logan.
That Quicksilver scene. That's why I like Days of Future Past. The first time we ever saw Quicksilver, I thought that was done so awesome. And I ain't talking about no damn
Ralph Boner.
Days of Future Past, road cut number 1. Blade 2, number 2. X-Men First Class, number 3.
Wait. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm waiting.
Wait. Okay. No. X-Men 2. I forgot. I was looking. I was like, what's X-Men 2? Deadpool, the original one. I forgot. It's still.
Oh, okay.
And then, yes. Yeah. And then it would probably have to be, like X-Men First Class for me. Yeah.
Okay. So then in that case, X-Men 2. Days of Future Past, The Road Cut, and Deadpool instead of X-Men First Class.
No. You know what? They had not that one. No, they had a less superior basketball scene than the one in Catwoman. So no, Daredevil.
That scene was I hated that movie so much. I was in the theater and my friend was about to get in a fist fight with somebody else and people were booing him. And I remember standing up going, this is more exciting than this damn movie. Because that movie sucked so bad.
This is a good question. What does an 8 mean to you or a 9? For me, 8 means I'll buy the Blu-ray.
Yep.
Shelf-worthy. 9
Absolutely.
means it's something I'll watch a lot and cherish forever. Hardly anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yeah. 8 means physical.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm with you, buddy.
8.
Yeah.
Why is Bar up?
Yeah.
Did you even...
Craig, that's a really good question.
I don't think Bar even knows who Deadpool is. See, like Harley Quinn is a ripoff of Deadpool. That's probably why she thinks Deadpool's funny.
You told me that she said that she liked it.
Actually, I enjoyed Bar on the stream the other day. It was a lot of fun.
What about the worst Fox Marvel movies?
Oh God. Last Stand. They killed Cyclops off screen. I'm just gonna say it. They killed Cyclops off screen. I remember watching that movie and I thought in the after credits, I'm like, oh, they're gonna bring him back shortly. And then at the end of the movie, when it ends, I'm like, holy shit, they just killed the main character off screen. What a dumbass movie. I hated that movie so much. And even had Chris Claremont in it. And I think, was Len Wein in that movie?
I don't remember.
I know who that
But it was
is.
bad. It was bad.
The Cameos, I think it was Len Wein and
Really?
and Chris Claremont. But even that couldn't save that movie.
Yeah, that's it.
Dark Phoenix was awful. Apocalypse was bad. I don't know what oh man, Amanda, let's Fox rank it. Let's do Fox ranking of movies because I don't know which one is bad, like a tier ranking of what's the worst one. Like, I mean, Daredevil was awful.
We hated the Fantastic Four, the 2015 one. We hated that film.
Or was it 2000?
No, the 2015 one was awful. 2005 was bad.
That was bad.
FF was awful.
Oh no, James did write 2015.
Yes, we did not like that film. And I feel bad for Michael B. Jordan and Miles Teller, but they've went on to better things. Maverick, Creed, they're fine. They're okay. They're fine. They're not suffering.
Marvel, do we have any plans next week? You want to do a tier?
So. We could do a tier. I mean, we also talked about our animated Disney movie tier too. We have.
We need to do that too. That's gonna be fun. New Mutants and New Mutants. I remember how excited
you are interviewing J.M. DeMatteis at 3:00 on Wednesday next week.
Yep.
New Mutants wasn't like the worst one. I can't say it was the worst one, but
no.
Because Anya Taylor-Joy's magic was great. I mean, there was a lot to beat. Age of Apocalypse.
Oh, the way she said it. Woo.
No, wait. The Dark Phoenix is so bad too, though. I did not get oh my gosh.
Dude, the way they killed off his sneak made me laugh so hard. I was like, this is so bad.
It was so
With
bad.
the teases, I expected Lady Daredevil. Oh, that would have actually made sense if I would have liked that if Jennifer Garner was wearing Daredevil's outfit after he had died.
I think that might have been too much, though.
It's too much comic book for people. That's too much comic book for me. Sorry, Bar, denied. Producer said nope. I'm typing with my eyes half closed. I don't know how the F I'm typing. From now on, I'm going to read TF as Transformers. I don't know how Transformers I'm typing. I love New Mutants. Look, there we go. Did you talk about Cobra Kai? I'm still only seeing the first 2 episodes. I'm actually going to go and watch the rest tonight. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to do it. Then I'm going to get on the Bowflex. I'm going to commit. Isn't the director's cut of Daredevil half decent? Craig, I wouldn't know. I've heard that too. Maybe we should review the director's cut of Daredevil one day. Okay, here we go. Bruce, who helped make this movie, maybe. The reason why Cyclops was killed off screen, the production only had, I knew this, but they didn't have to kill him. They only had James Marsden available for a few days. He was filming Superman Returns at the time. And I knew he was filming. We didn't even know he was going to appear in it. That was still iffy. But there were other ways to get rid of a character instead of just
killing him off screen,
blowing him off screen. That was ridiculous, man. But I did remember that he was doing the Superman Returns with Bryan Singer.
When did they make a New Mutants movie? Because John, I'm one of these people. I didn't.
It was one of those movies that took 4 years. Remember, Amanda? We had been talking about it on the channel, and then it finally dropped in 2020 of all years.
2020. It just
you and I risked going to the theater because we were like, I need to get the hell out of this house.
We did. We did. We went to see it in theaters. I remember I reviewed it when I was visiting Corey in Texas. I was like, yeah, we got to review this film, right? Yeah, we reviewed it. Yeah. It was something. But I like Anya Taylor-Joy. I wouldn't mind her back as Magic. I know she's Furiosa now, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah, she can do multiple roles. I mean,
yeah,
Pedro Pascal's doing like everybody.
Oh, he's everything. Him and Glenn Powell, they're just gonna like take over.
Have y'all seen the Creature Commandos trailer? I haven't seen it yet. I knew it was out. Screw Cyclops. He sucks anyway. Ouch. Yeah, but he's a main character. You just don't kill off a main character off screen. That's just ridiculous.
Poor James
It was on the shelf for years, and then Disney bought Fox.
You want to click on the
and they just threw it out. Well, I thought you were doing.
No, I meant like click on what you're reading.
In TV news, we are getting the Boys spin-off, The Boys Vought Rising.
Yep, Jensen Ackles is coming back, and then so is the lady who played Homefront.
Oh, I like her. She's cute. I guess you got to strike while the iron is hot. Because, you know, once the show's over, people are still going to be craving The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Transformers, I just saw that San Diego Comic-Con, they announced a Knight Rider kit crossover Transformers.
Nice.
And that's because they did Back to the Future. They did the DeLorean, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
August 1st, new Batman cartoon on Amazon. Oh. I cannot wait. We should review that, Amanda. Let's make that.
We should. That's
the Cape Crusader, right?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, then I forgot.
There it goes. Collect. Oh, yes. They changed the logo of the DC, both the DC production, the movie company, and the DC Comics back to the classic bullet that I grew up with because of James Gunn. And there goes all the spines. The spines are going to be changed again. I'm looking at my DC spines right now. I actually like the one that like it looks like the pages are being flipped. Are they dropping a whole Batman series at once? Oh, I hope not. Pedro Pascal would soon take over NMC. I'll be okay with that. Yes, there is a DeLorean Transformers toy. What is his name? Matrix, I think something Matrix. It's got like a play on words. What the hell? Cyclops is awesome. Anybody who says otherwise can. Melanie, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can slarve my dode.
Adam Scott.
And you know who played Ben in Parks and Rec, or he's in Severance.
I thought it was from a movie though. My favorite DC logo is the one in the pre-New 52. Got to be honest. Yes, all the episodes at once. Damn it, that's a lot to watch. But to be honest, the logo looks good in the Creature Commandos trailer. My biggest beef with Reynolds, Deadpool, and Wolverine in this movie, that isn't a huge beef. So regeneration is not the same as vulnerability.
Like, when they're fighting, it's like it's like healing up instantly. I'm like, no, you cut your leg off and it takes a while to grow back. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's why I like Bryan Singer's X-Men. In that scene with, I love because this was a connection me and Chris Claremont made when he's driving and he pops the claws and Rogue asks him like, "Does it hurt?" And he says, "Every time." And Chris Claremont stood up and clapped, and I was like, "Dude, he gets it. He gets it." I think Bryan Singer's been canceled though, so I better not get too excited. Please excuse me. Excuse Past Omar for not going. All in. I think it's part of it. Started off as the movie logo. They needed a new logo.
And Jimmy, Dan's favorite character, Cyclops.
Yeah. Omar, do you do a live reaction to Creature Commandos, like all those reaction channels? You want me with my face like that? Would you let your 13-year-old son read Berserk?
No.
My son, no. Me at 13, absolutely. Take that as you will. They get stabbed in their lungs several times, and the blood just matches straight away. No problem. I actually saw the new Transformers one trailer, and my daughter and I got excited. Here's the thing. Like, people are like, "Oh man, how can you like this?" Like, we just went to TFCon in Toronto, and people were dogging on that movie, and not all of them, right? There's some dads that are like, "Well, my kid's excited," and it's about the next generation. You got to keep moving forward. Yes. There are classic toys out there for us, but there are things that have to keep fresh for the kids these days. Mm-hmm. We need new collectors. How much longer are the old collectors going to keep buying new toys?
Not
There's got to be a cutoff of like 55, 60 years old that you stop collecting toys. I'm not talking about these books. These books are wonderful and should always be collected. This is the home collected edition, not Transformers. Just saying, thinking about the future.
No, you're right. I mean, toys are a little bit different. Yeah.
There are 2 Logans, and Laura's running around on Earth 10005 from 2024 to 2029. I was hoping Deadpool and Wolverine would address their healing factors after the van fight. Like, hey, this is pointless. We regenerate.
I think that's why they did it. That's why they fought, because they
Old guard.
were going to regenerate.
Kyle the Mighty, I appreciate that. I think I will too. My God, I'm tired. How will the DC Black Label Books logo look? Actually, on their books, they don't even put DC Black Label. They just have the DC logo. Just in the front, they put Black Label. Which one are you most excited for? Gun Super... Oh. Damn, that's a good question. Hey, let's take it to the chat. I'm going to take it to the chat. You all decide too.
What are you all excited?
I'm gonna make a poll.
To the chat.
Make a poll.
One more time.
Okay, no, baby, don't do that. We're gonna get demonetized.
We already are.
No, we're not.
We play music.
Yeah.
Goes, damn it, Amanda. Excited for. Goes all the super chats. What was it? Superman.
Gun Superman or MCU's Fantastic Four.
All right, and MCU's. All right, everybody, we're taking a poll. But I'm here. I want to know what my co-hosts are most excited for. So, my 100,000 subscriber plaque isn't here yet, so I can't ask it. I stopped buying toys at 48. I'm almost 10 years. That was almost 10 years ago. Bruce, don't say that. What about cars? Did you upgrade? Did you get a new cars? Please let me know in the comments down below. Amanda, what are you most excited for? Superman by James Gunn, MCU Fantastic Four.
So you think I'd be excited for the Superman because I guessed all of the cast correctly.
Okay,
I am.
Is this how you just do a humble brag? Is this a humble brag?
It is. But I am excited. I am excited most for Fantastic Four because
damn it, I should have put both. No, Kane.
What?
Because when I do my top 10, you always have to have a top 1. And I always say, why can't I have top 2? This is my damn channel. And then I'm like, no, you have to limit yourself. All right, go ahead, Amanda. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. So Fantastic Four for me, they're my favorite. As far as Marvel comics, when it comes to characters, their books are my favorite besides Spider-Man, and I've been wanting to see them done properly on screen for a long time. And I like the cast. They weren't all my first pick, but I like the actors. So. We do. Wait, Roberto. We do. It's Pedro Pascal is Mr. Fantastic. Oh my God, what's her name? Now I'm gonna not be able to ever remember.
Vanessa Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm. Ebon. I don't remember his last name.
Eddie.
From what?
Eddie, right? Eddie from.
I was talking about Ebon Rossback, I think is his name, and that's the gentleman from The Bear who plays the cousin. And then of course, yes, Joseph Quinn, who plays Eddie, is Johnny Storm.
Pedro Pascal is all for the Fantastic Four.
Oh, he is.
Omar, here's Bruce's answer to your question.
I do mean
Thank
real
you, Bruce,
cars.
for
I
the
bought an
super chat.
EV and Mach E 2 years ago. I love that. So you upgraded your toys. You're still getting toys, just a little more pricier and bigger. That's where I want to be.
Yeah,
I don't even
Mr.
care about
Kirby.
all this comic book BS. I totally forgot.
From Nintendo.
Yeah, I always think of Kirby from Nintendo too. Didn't Amanda guess Vanessa Kirby? Did you guess Vanessa Kirby too?
I did. Let me check my.
Please
I
don't.
can't go to Google Drive. It's okay. I can't go to Google Drive on my work computer because
Good point.
Having Kirby as her second name, knowing Jack the King Kirby based her on one of his family members, I think. It was Bruce. Who was it that drew her topless? I hope it wasn't Kirby. That'd be really awkward. All right, let's see what for me, Superman. The world needs hope.
Here.
And the S stands for hope.
Go for this.
Is that really?
Oh, it's close. It's close.
Let's see what is the chat saying so far. Chat. That's what kids say. Superman's at 50. Holy crap, it is tied. 50%.
Yeah.
I think everyone's just excited to see.
Roberto Rodriguez, I know you don't care. Go and vote. I just want a good movie. Go and vote. Vanessa Kirby swallowed Jennifer Alba and became Invisible Woman. You just put a hot image in my head. Yes, Amanda did have Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm.
I did. Oh,
James.
thank you.
Thank you.
I got one of them right in this one.
Really appreciate that, James. Were the cast for Fantastic Four even announced? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, John Krasinski is Herbie the Robot, and Emily Blunt will be what's her name? The operator with the what is her name? Is it Betty? She's a robot, half robot. Then her and Herbie get together. Vanessa? No, I got never mind. We're gonna see both. So we all want to see both. Sounds like it. Amanda, what is your X-Men cast? We did an X-Men cast, didn't we? Did we do that? We haven't done it in years.
Yeah.
It's a moment.
To me, that's so hard because we did do that. We just picked like it was a long time ago too, man.
It was Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day 2024.
That's when it was.
Yeah, because remember they put out that card. It was like that Valentine's
that's
Day
right.
card. Should give me Willy Lump.
I think for me, it's hard. It was always hard to pick something.
No, not Rosie, the little robot, the robot chick. The when you come into the Freedom Tower, Freedom Plaza. God damn it, I can't even think. Never mind. Show's over.
No, it's not. I'm trying to get this picture so everyone can see who these people are.
Oh, okay. Evan Peters isn't Quicksilver. I'm going to be sad. No, he is playing Ralph Boner.
He's Ralph Boner, guys.
Chat, tell me. Chat. Amanda is moonlighting as the casting director for both Marvel and DC, but not telling anyone. Yeah, I feel like
that is exactly what I'm doing.
I don't know about y'all, but Superman's going to be a bad movie. I'm not giving DCU a second chance.
Here it is. Okay.
Everybody deserves a second chance, Temple. I literally don't know anything about this movie. Roberta, thank you so much.
Thank you, Pedro Pascal posted this on his Instagram, yesterday?
Yeah. And he texted me that picture.
He did. That's the first day of filming. So
all Latinos know each other.
You'll recognize all the actors in that picture there.
So from left to right, you got Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, and Johnny Storm. There is your cast of the Fantastic Four. Superman is leading. Oh, maybe I should have ended it at 50-50. That would have been good. Superman is leading by 51%.
Those guys look like twins. Oh, you mean the Ben Grimm and Joseph Quinn? I can see that actually. That makes
that's because both of them got the head shaved.
Yeah.
Superman winning means humanity is lost. Yeah, that's Chris. So does Trouble deserve a second chance as well? Well, the fact that I had to read it twice because of Bruce means that it got a second chance, whether I wanted to or not. Not buying that cast. I love Pedro Pascal, but I'm also tired of seeing him in everything. And they should have
picked an unknown or someone.
I wish they had gone with somebody else. I'm fine with Vanessa Kirby. I actually dig the thing.
Yeah,
I'm really surprised with the cast of Pedro Pascal and Johnny Storm. Honestly.
I don't know. I've heard. I mean, I haven't seen it Quiet Place Day One, but I heard that Joseph Quinn was really good in it. Now again, he's not playing a fast talking Johnny Storm, but he was Eddie, and so we know he can.
Is he British?
I think so.
Vanessa Kirby's British too, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What about dude from The Bear?
No, he's not. Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, the Brits aren't taking all the jobs.
Nope, just some of them.
Pedro's also in Gladiator too.
Yes, I know. Again, he is in everything.
How does he have time? I don't get it. That's awesome, dude. You might get your Richard Simmons movie now that he's gone.
Yes.
Pauly Shore get an Oscar nom for that.
Now that Richard Simmons has passed away, I will. Yeah, unless he put in his will that Pauly Shore can never play him in a movie, I think there's a good possibility.
Wouldn't they announce the new MCU plan this weekend? I don't think so because San Diego Comic-Con, they've taken that stuff over to D23 in the last.
They're gonna announce stuff, but I think it's gonna be like Captain America, Brave New World. They'll probably do some with the Thunderbolts. I don't think it's gonna be a plan, but they're just gonna see like what's coming ahead.
Okay.
They'll probably have all along.
They won't do the whole like reveal. Mm-hmm.
Maybe
I got an idea. Let's get really drunk at our party and come down here and do a live stream after they talk about what
time isn't it playing? Like when is their thing? Late at night for us, right?
It was late at night last year because I was driving back from Louisville. We had been out.
As long as people have left, you don't see me staring
10
at
p.m.
you.
Eastern Standard Time. My wife had already been in bed for 30 minutes at that time. See, that's when it starts, baby.
Melanie's gonna be there.
Right? I'll still help clean up. The Last of Us is still filming 4 more months. Guess what? We know they are going to follow the plot of the second game since Pedro's filming FF right now.
It's a good assumption.
Thank you for the super chat, Bruce. Damn, Superman is leading by 2%. You have lost faith in humanity. Richard Simmons would be a great addition to the MCU, and Paul, God bless. Why am I reading Max's comment?
I do not know.
Would crush it. Would be a very good team up. Yep. Yeah. The Fantastic Four should have been Pauly Shore, Gallagher if he was still alive, Carrot Top, and who is an unfunny.
Oh my goodness.
Paula Poundstone as the Invisible Woman, and that's how we're going to end the show.
All right, we are at the top of 2 hours, and Amanda has to go to the gym in the morning. So, yep.
Go ahead, but I feel like you need to finish.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So with that being said, everyone, we'll be back next Wednesday for another Reelz talk. We'll do a ranking. Not sure which one it's going to be. Maybe we'll let you guys decide. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember to follow us on all of our social media channels at NearMintCon. Remember to check us out on Spreadshop for some great Near Mint Edition merchandise. And also check it out on Patreon for $1 a month or more. You can support us here in what we do. And last but not least, if it's classy and cool, it must be Near Mint. Good journey till all are one. And remember, if you feel it, chase it.
Shut up! Don't end it like that. Damn it. What? That got me demonetized, Amanda.